Hello, I'm about to hop on a Zoom call with the cohort that I am doing my breathwork facilitator training with in March on, and I'm so excited. It's a small, intimate group. I think there's only 6 of us. And tonight is just welcoming in the cohort. I think we're actually doing a guided breathwork session. So I'll be a participant. And I've never had breathwork facilitated by Jamie herself. Jamie Janko is the facilitator that's going to be training me. But I'm so excited. I just feel like when I had my first session with a lovely girl called Cora Rose back in September of last year, it was one of the most cathartic releases I had ever had in years of doing talk therapy. And I knew that having read books like The Body Keeps the Score and just general knowledge of somatics throughout my own learnings in psychology and neuroscience, I knew that creating safety within the body was kind of the root of everything. But when I started doing this course, you have to complete a trauma-informed somatic practitioner certification before you go and do the breathwork training. So you have a foundational level of how trauma manifests in the body and the different types of trauma, and how you are using things like polyvagal theory and the breath to hack into your autonomic nervous system to bring safety back to the body in the present, so it feels like it's not reliving a acute trauma response every time something triggers you. I felt so called to it after experiencing that session. I knew that in my own experience, I hadn't had much success with that in the past, and the release, I was so, not bad, but I found it really difficult to connect with my emotions and to feel any depth of sadness, grief or anger, because I had become so numbed out in how my nervous system had adapted to having cancer twice in my teenage years, other developmental traumas that happened within my family life, bullying that went on in school, living in a bigger body, eating disorders. When I reflect now, I'm no shit, my nervous system goes offline when I am experiencing something that's stressful, because I didn't have that capacity to regulate myself or to bring my body back into a state of safety. But learning about the breath has really helped me to do that, and to honestly give me a bit more power back, because for a long time I did just feel especially with the disordered eating, I just felt I was just always going to be like this, which is obviously not a very nice place to be in. So I am going doing that today, and I will check back in and let you know how it goes. Okay, so that was amazing. Met the group. Jamie was amazing. She basically just walked us through what the next couple of weeks would look like, and we just introduced ourselves and we did a little breathwork session. And usually I'm okay for not letting my mind wander in a breathwork class, because it's not meditation in the sense that you're actively doing something, i.e. your breath. So you're concentrating on, if you're doing conscious connected breath work, you'll be doing a 3-part breath. So you'll be bringing into your belly, into your chest, and then out through your mouth, in a continuous cycle. But today, I don't know what it was, my mind didn't wander, but it just turned off. I think I'm just tired after the weekend. So I did kind of I actually did kind of fall asleep a little bit, but obviously that's just what my body needed, so that's not bad either. So I'm making some dinner now, and then I was meant to go to the gym. I did go for a run this morning, and I'm thinking maybe I don't need to do that to myself, because I have already been outside. I'm probably just going to have this, go for a little walk, and then have an early night and do a bit of journaling, because it's already 7:20. So that's the POA, but overall really good. The cohort was really nice. One thing she did say was okay, I actually said to myself after this weekend, I'm not drinking alcohol for a couple of weeks, just because I'm going to Nashville in May, which is really exciting, and I have a wedding in August, and I am still just have not been eating overly great. My diet's been okay, but definitely been having the treats and drinking a lot on the weekends. And I'm just not being productive enough outside of that. I literally don't go to the gym when I'm hungover. I get really bad anxiety the day after. But I'm not one of these people that's just it's not worth it to me. I don't want to drink because there's no benefits. I love a drink. I love a fucking mart. I love being tipsy. But it's the hangover and the lack of productivity for me that kind of gets me in the days following that. So I'd already said to my housemate that I was going to stop drinking for a couple of weeks, just to fucking lock in and make some progress just on all fronts of what I want to be doing at the moment. And then she said on the call that we shouldn't drink leading up to the course, ordering caffeine. So I was like, ooh, okay. So at least that's not like another external reason, because me and intrinsic motivation, I'm just like, get fucked. But at least now I actually have like a valid reason to not be doing it. So yeah, my brother's coming to visit me next week, which is exciting. He's probably gonna be a bit pissed, but I will still have fun. I think we're gonna go whale watching, which is very exciting. I didn't even know that was a thing here, and someone said it to me the other day. They were like, yeah, it's the perfect time of year. So I was like, slay. So gonna go do that, gonna show him around. I'm hoping he can rent a car because I still haven't been to the DMV. The queues apparently are really long and I can't face it. But that's kind of it really. I've just been head down, just been settling in. I feel like I'm definitely like finding my feet here now. I'm here 6 weeks. Starting to miss home a little bit. My dad's 60th is coming up next week, which is sad. Initially I was like, I'm definitely gonna fly home for it. Like, I'm not gonna miss that. But he's not doing anything for it. He doesn't want to fuss, but I still just feel like, I don't know, bad that I'm just like gonna miss that milestone. But what can you do? The joys of being abroad, gotta live my life, yappa yappa. But I'm making some chicky salad, Caesar salad, and I am going to have a nice evening. And that is it. Goodbye. Yum! I am just going for a run. I'm about to do my warm-up. I found this guy on YouTube. He's called Run Better with Ash, and I actually really like his warm-ups and cool downs. Whenever I've started running in the past, I'm like historically not a runner. Like, I am a cyclist through and through, and I think it's just because I've always injured myself when I've gone running. I don't have good knees. I've dislocated my right knee more times than I can count, and it was from when I used to play football when I was younger. So in my brain I was always like, I can't run, I'm not a runner, I'll never be able to run. But nothing more humbling than if you need to run for a bus and you're like out of breath. And I want to, if someone asks me, go on like a Sunday morning 5k and get a coffee, I want to be able to like do that leisurely. So that is my goal. I am gonna go on a little 5k, and I leave my post-run cool down stretch open on my laptop, yoga mat out when I get back, so I do my cool down, because I think warm up and cool down very important. Plus I've started posting content, so naturally I feel like I have to be a runner, but no, I'm just kidding. But it's actually really expensive to buy the type of bike that I would want, like a racer. It's like honestly a couple of grand. My bike at home was my dad's old bike and it was like 3.5k, so I was like, no, I need to get a car before I do that. I need to run into downtown to see the doctor before I do that for something. So I haven't really been to downtown in the daytime much, so I'll try and vlog a little bit of like what that looks like. I've only been out on a night out. I went out there last Saturday and it was really nice to get out of BB, which is like right by the beach. Downtown, as the name would suggest, is more like city vibes, and coming from London, I do like sort of miss that, but I'm also really enjoying the beach. But anywho, it was nice to go out. Gonna go for my run, go see the doctor. Other than that, I'm taking it chill this weekend. I'm trying to like take the foot off the gas with drinking as much, just because I'm just so unproductive. I like another conversation for another day when I'm hungover. So I'm just gonna have a nice chill weekend. I might try and do some exploring, maybe go up to Bird Rock or La Jolla. And apparently there's seals in San Diego. Never knew that. So I really want to go do that. And it's also whale watching season. That's the story. I'm gonna go on my run now before it gets too late and before I talk myself out of it. Rest on and everything, so she's good to go. First shift. Wish me luck. I'm a little bit late, so I'm getting an Uber. So I just finished my trial shift. Everyone was actually really nice. That was really good. I'm pretty sure I'm hired. Job check, another thing off the list. Next is getting my license in a car. I sure hope they do. Cute little coffee shop. Whenever I go out for a coffee, I literally will not get a coffee unless I have a comfortable seat, and I feel like this is where I'm gonna perch. around and apologized to this because I thought it was a real human. I fear I can't put it on my head because I have a bun on. Should I buy this? I am going to the bike shop to get a lock, and then I'm going to go and pick up my bike. Honestly, the bike is so cute as well. I'm so jealous. Yeah, new whip. Okay, so I nearly died cycling that thing home. I got on the bike and like started rolling down the hill out of the petrol station. Went to go hit the brakes as I was coming into an intersection. There's no fucking brakes. This is a beach cruiser and I've never ridden one of them before, and I was literally like skidding both of my feet on the ground. It was the most embarrassing thing ever. And then I thankfully wasn't going too fast. I was able to stop. I just like rolled into oncoming traffic and died. Basically, to stop them you have to like push the pedals backwards, which I never knew, but you live and you learn. So Herbster is her name because she had that really cute car and the other car's name is Herbie. So I was like, naturally I'm gonna have to call the bike Herbie. What is going on with these bags? I can't. Look at her. She's a beauty. I need to change the saddle. Too small. On my way home. My housemate said that there's an Allen key here, but shit balls. Okay, no Allen key to change the saddle, so we're gonna have to go and get one. I can still use it, so I'll just use it in the meantime, but very exciting. What a beautiful day! We are just stopped off getting some gas. This is where I nearly died yesterday on my bike. I came here to get air for my tires, and then I realized that the brakes, there's no like traditional brakes that you pull on the handlebars. You have to like pedal backwards. We're gonna go to Buffalo Exchange and then we're gonna go to Lahainas and then just chilling for the rest of the weekend. This weekend I'm behaving myself because my brother is visiting next week, which is really exciting. I'm also trying to embrace the natural curls. I felt like such a Cali girl cycling my bike to the gym this morning. Just blue skies, good music. I was like loving my life, feeling very happy, very lucky, very blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. I wanted to bring my brother whale watching and then I was booking it and he's like, I actually really don't want to do that. And I was like, oh, okay, well then we won't. I really want to go. Apparently it's season to do it. So I'm just going to go on my own, or else I'm sure one of the girls will come with me. But that is the plan.